Hello and welcome to Queendom TV. Today I'm going to be getting into the Free Britney movement because there are updates. I'm currently filming this on the 3rd of November, and in just 9 days Britney will be finally stepping into court with her new fantastic and fabulous lawyer Matthew Rosengart to hopefully finally put pen to paper and put her signature to end this freaking 13-year conservatorship. There's so many little things that are happening along the way on this journey, and that's not even going to be the end of it. So if you're interested to hear more about that, please hit the like button, please subscribe if you want to be a part of my channel, and check out my other videos. I also have a whole #FreeBritney playlist, so check that out if you want to see other things to do with all about this. And let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What have you been seeing? So other than that, I'm going to get into the update. Plenty to come, and let's get right into it. So basically, guys, as we all know, November 12th now, Britney is going to be going to court, as I said, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it because it's looking like she's finally going to get the opportunity to sign off and out of this conservatorship. It's been a very long road. I mean, we've been following this for a while. For those of you who know, and you'll see from my videos, I listened, I was listening live when we finally heard from her properly for the first time in years, probably the first time she's spoken truthfully about this whole conservatorship in the past 13 years. And she gave a very heartfelt testimony, which I took notes of, and a lot of people have taken notes of, and there's versions of it flying around on the internet. And it was a really tough moment. I think right now I'm really reflecting back on that moment, because then so many things were coming to light that we didn't know about. How they had her taking lithium, which I also talked about in one of my other videos, how that's actually something that Jamie, her father, his father used to do to Britney's grandmother. So that's kind of crazy. So check out that video where I kind of go into that. But we also found out that she wasn't allowed to have a baby, to get married. They were forcing her to go and see a therapist in person, even though they knew that she felt like she wanted somebody to just come and see her, because it was embarrassing being out and about, especially in Hollywood where they were going, where a lot of people, paparazzi and stuff, are coming in, and she just wanted to be able to talk to somebody in the privacy of her home, and they wouldn't allow that. And that's just some of the other things. We haven't even gotten to the monetary things. I mean, she was on like a very pathetic, she's been on very pathetic what do you call it, allowance kind of thing, kind of pocket money kind of thing. And again, one of my biggest issues with this whole thing, and I've been saying this from the beginning and I'll say it now, is the fact that she is, at the end of the day, is a grown woman, and she's the reason why she makes that money. I really find it so annoying that in this day and age we have so many parts of industry in life where people step in to help somebody function, where they're supposed to be able to function on their own. And so it opens the door for people to be able to betray them, because that's basically what's happened with Britney, isn't it? Like, they've said, oh, because of the dementia, which I've talked about this dementia thing. It still baffles my mind and blows my mind that Britney's really been in this conservatorship for dementia all these years. But despite literally doing shows in Las Vegas, and she was supposed to even continue her residency back in 2019. Like, she was literally still working, and they wanted to say she's had dementia all this time. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, guys, does it? But anyway, this is the problem. I find that I don't understand why people feel the need to step in and just let people live. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, it would be so much fairer in the long run if they were so concerned about Britney's well-being, which we're going to find out about this, by the way, because one of the things that they're asking for, that Britney's lawyer is asking for, is he's asking for all the communications between Britney's dad and the different staff in the house, the different people that were hired around looking after her and her conservatorship, also the papers and receipts from all this money that's been spent, where all her money is going to, how much her dad is making. So they're pulling all these things out of the woodwork, and I think it's to prove the fact that this conservatorship was never about Britney's mental state. It was never about oh, we want to protect her, as they were saying. And this is what I'm saying, this is why it's so dangerous. I think people should be allowed in life. The way I look at it is, God gave me my life, and he gave me my life to make my own decisions in it, so that whatever happens, it's because it's on me at the end of the day. And there's a certain part of us that is good, that there's a certain part of us as humans, I believe, that when we can make a decision and we have to deal with the consequences based on something we chose to do, and we made that decision on our own, we can take the accountability and responsibility for our actions in a better way. And also at the end of the day, it's probably healthier, because at least we're the only person we have to blame, and therefore we're the only person we have to worry about changing. But now that we've been relying on all the likes of flipping, what's his name, Jamie and all these people who can now just come in and claim that they're looking out for people. Like, I would have so preferred, and I think a lot of us would feel more comfortable if Britney had just been left with her money, and if she ruined her money and she ruined everything, that was down to her. That was down to her. She did it to herself. Do you see what I mean? This is what I mean. And I think she would feel comfortable. You know, people have come out who've made bad decisions or poor decisions along the way, and they've said, you know what, I did this decision, I was wrong, and I didn't take advantage of the opportunity that I had. Well, and then we all move on because we all understand, and they understand, and they just become better. But in these kinds of scenarios, first of all, now we're never going to know. Second of all, the lot of the claims that were made about Britney, I don't even think were true from the beginning. Can I just say that again? Like, I've said that in some of my other videos, I think, as well, like that these claims they're saying about how she was doing or wasn't doing, I don't think they're true. I did a video talking about her cousin Ali Sims. You should check that video out, and I was basically breaking down how it was like an interview that she had, I think, back all the way back in like 2009. I think it was 2009. But you can check out the video that I've done on it, and the info should be there. But and she was talking a lot about how she just didn't understand why they were all treating Britney as if she was like this like menace to society and to her family and to her sons, when she was clearly doing a great job at being a mum, doing a great job, you know, being a performer and taking on everything. So, you know, that just kind of again says to me that they kind of fabricated this whole thing, especially the fact that James, after Britney had been in the conservatorship for 9 months, that's when he changed the conservatorship to be like an ongoing, permanent kind of thing. Because normally conservatorships, they can be put for just a short length of time. Like, for example, I think if they cared about her for real, it should have been something more like maybe a year under a conservatorship, if it had to be. And even still, this is why I don't believe in this stuff, because as soon as these kinds of doors are open where people can take over people's lives, and do it in the name of just looking after them, and the law allows you to do that, it also opens the door for people to abuse those situations. And honestly, I feel like a lot of these things are in place more so people can abuse these situations than for people to actually help people. And I think that's something that we have to accept in the world, that like a lot of these institutions are masking themselves as things that are there to help us and to help us progress and move forward and help people to live their best lives and look after themselves. But in reality, it's a business, and there's somebody who wants to get the check at the other end of that business, and a lot of the times it works because of somebody being a victim, somebody being a scapegoat in the middle. I mean, think about it. It's the same like with record labels and things like that. How many people now are talking about, you know, artists, you hear them saying how they don't want to be part of labels anymore, everybody's going independent, because they're realizing that so much of their money is getting lost because it's going to management, and management maybe made them feel like they were into something amazing in the beginning, like, sorry, the label made them feel like they were amazing in the beginning, and they gave them like, you know, 1 million upfront bonus or whatever. But then they're finding out that they're basically making peanuts off of their own music. Meanwhile, that same music is like hitting #1 on the billboards and, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, you just don't really understand. I just feel like a lot of these things that people are taking, it's supposed to be a beneficial thing, people can use it negatively. So that's kind of where we're at now in terms of November 12th. Now, not only on November 12th is Britney hopefully going to be signing off the conservatorship, but in this time also they've been requesting all this information, all the communications, the emails, the texts, even the surveillance. We discovered that there was surveillance being taken of Britney. Her lawyer and her are requesting all of this stuff, and I think they're really gonna prosecute James and whoever else is involved. And I think people are scrambling right now. I think even Jamie Lynn has been, I'm not even focusing so much on Jamie Lynn anymore because she's just irritating me, but she's been kind of talking about how she like, what was she saying? She's been now trying to say she's a victim. She's claiming that, you know, her parents actually told her to have an abortion, and oh my gosh, guys, it's just so like, it's crazy that, you know, the media and everything made this all seem like it was it was so fake and it wasn't real, when Britney wasn't okay. Everybody was so quick to criticize Britney Spears and say, oh, the fame always gets to people. I don't think the fame gets to anyone. I think Hollyweird gets to people. Hollyweird is what gets to people. These weird people, these people who just want to have money, people who want to just take advantage of talented individuals. Those are the people that we need to, that are the problematic ones and the ones causing problems. They're the reasons why these people are a Holly weird is getting to them, not Hollywood, because what they're doing, they clearly built for it. Britney was working all the way up till 2019. And she's only stopped working because she says she's not going to work again until her dad's not on her conservatorship. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen on November 12th. I'm going to continue to update you guys on what's going on. Also, it's interesting just to point out the fact that, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, so I'll be keeping you guys updated anyway about what's going to happen on November 12th. I think more and more things are going to come out. I think there's a lot of silence right now because her and her lawyer are playing it very smart in the behind closed doors. I think they're going out of their way to make sure that they're getting all the information that they need. They're not saying too much because they're preparing themselves and protecting the evidence so that when they want to prosecute, that's probably when we're going to see a lot of things coming out. But I think there's a lot going on behind closed doors. So yeah, it's looking interesting. Yeah, so let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget that we're now, you know, we're gunning, hoping that she's going to be free by 40. I've heard people are saying they want to chant outside the courtroom on the days because Britney's birthday is supposed to be in December, so everybody wants to kind of get her free by 40 because right now she's 39. And I mean, come on guys, can you imagine that Britney Spears, just about to be age 40, is fighting for her freedom? Is just absolutely crazy. So yeah, that's what I have to say for today. Don't forget to check out the other videos in my Free Britney playlist. Other than that, I'll see you in my next one. God bless you all and goodbye.